In our live class session today, we started to really dig into the meaning of text features and how they help us as readers. So now we're going to start thinking about our nonfiction text, our informational text on mysteries of aliens. Now, it's not saying that aliens are the mysteries, but rather that the information that they're giving us are these different alien mysteries. So, as we're reading, we're going to pay close attention to the text features we see and then answer some questions as we go. We're going to start on page 6, so make sure that you are following along. Page 6, I see in my table of contents, is the beginning of the chapter Alien Landings. I wonder what that could be about. Page 6, Alien Landings. In 1947, hundreds of people reported seeing flying discs. At first, people named these discs flying saucers. Later, they became known as UFOs. Some people thought that these were alien spaceships. In 1947, there were two strange events in New Mexico. Together, they became known as the Roswell incident. Some people believed the incident was proof that aliens had landed. First, Mac Brazel found strange wreckage on his land. It looked like tinfoil, but it was very tough. Soon afterward, Grady Barnett found more wreckage in the desert. He said it was a metallic, disc-shaped object. He thought it looked like an alien aircraft that had crashed. Grady said he saw bodies lying beside the wreckage. The bodies were not human. I'm going to take a pause and make sure that I'm looking at this insert text feature here that says, "How strange, ... I think it's probably going to tell us about something that was strange. The first little alien bullet says, in 1994, the Air Force said the wreckage found at Roswell had come from a high-flying balloon. They said that the balloon had been used in a secret project. And then this next bullet says the Air Force had been using test dummies in their experiments. Grady could have mistaken these for dead aliens. So already I'm starting to see that maybe the things that people said might be aliens might not have been aliens after all. I'm also going to pay close attention to this bottom glossary where I see that they've defined some of the words like wreckage or test dummies for me if I don't know what those mean. I also see this picture on page 7 where it doesn't look like a photograph to me, but it does look like an image to help me picture something that I've already read about. I wonder what that could be. And then it includes a quote here that says, Grady said he saw bodies lying beside the wreckage. And there's another caption here at the bottom that says, in 1947, Grady Barnett said he found a crashed UFO in the desert of New Mexico. This is an artist's idea of what the crash scene may have looked like. So I was right, it wasn't a photograph. But why would they include that? Page 8. Over the next few years, there were many UFO sightings. But there was little heard about the creatures inside the UFOs. Then, George Adamski reported a meeting aliens. George Adamski was a restaurant worker from California. On November 20th, 1952, George took a trip into the desert. He said that he saw a UFO and met with an alien from the planet Venus. George claimed that at other times he had traveled in alien spacecraft. He said he had visited Venus and Mars. He said that he had gone to the far side of Earth's moon. Then I see that there are already some new text features for me to look at, including this picture. And the caption for the picture says, George Adamski wrote this book in 1954. In it, he described his first meeting with aliens in May 1952. So I see that this is a picture of George Adamski's book, and it says, flying saucers have landed. And again, I see these terms defined here at the bottom to help me as I go. I'm going to start back at the top on page 9 at a changing story. In 1954, Howard Menger wrote a book about his meetings with aliens. In it, he said he had met aliens from the planets Venus, Mars, and Saturn. In the early 1960s, Menger admitted that he had lied. He claimed he had been working for the CIA. They had used him to help him find out how people would react to news of UFOs. In 1967, Menger changed his story again. This time he said that his first story had been true. He claimed that he really had met aliens. Oh, I see this how strange inset again to help me out. How strange, ... Scientists now know what the far side of Earth's moon is like. It is not at all as George Adamski described it. So do we think that he actually went to the far side of the moon? Because he probably would know. Space exploration has shown that nothing lives on Venus, Mars, or Earth's moon. And there's a picture here with a caption that says, this is a photograph of the surface of Mars. It was taken from a module that landed on Mars in 1976. This was part of the Viking 2 space project. So we know that NASA sent robots to Mars to take pictures of the Earth's surface, and so we would probably know if there were actually living things there. All right, so we are going to stop there for today. I am so excited to keep reading about these mysteries of aliens, but first we're going to check our understanding to see how well we figured out what these text features mean to us as readers.